everybody, Mark McLean here. It's shave time. Getting the shave on today with a shave of the day. I have my brush and it's actually soaking in some water. I'm going to take it out now, squeeze out a little of the water. But this brush is a beautiful Dennis Coluccio artisan brush, hand-turned with material from Tom Stone's Beyond Wood Products. Gorgeous material from Tom. And a beautiful, this is a synthetic knot from Dennis. Today I'm using a sample that I got from my buddy Mike Baker, and this is Saponificio Varesino, and this is the 70th anniversary of this Italian soap. I haven't used it as of yet, never even tried lathering it, so this is just going to be a first time fling for me, baby. We're going to sit back and see what these Saponificio Varesino does. Let's see how well it does, okay? In the meantime, we're using the Gillette Slim Adjustable today, and we also, speaking of Gillette, have some Gillette 7 o'clocks that we're going to be using. The blades are the 7 o'clock Super Stainless from Gillette, the green blade back. And it's some decent blades. I've used them before. They are some decent blades. Tighten this one up. It has the variable settings, and we're going to go with, let's see, how about a 1? Let's go with 1. Nice razor here from my buddy Anthony MacKenzie Jr. Really nice razor. I'm going to put that and soak the blade in water just a little bit as we get ready to try and make a lather out of the sample that we have. The sample came in a little Ziploc, the 70th anniversary Saponificio Varesino. And I'm not saying that right. I know I probably murdered the hell out of that. I apologize to all of the Italians out there. I don't claim to be Italian, although I speak with Italians on a regular basis. Have a few friends, and I do that through the help of a translator, luckily. And I'm using a beautiful mug today, aren't I? This is awesome. I love this mug. The Ship Grand Turk, Salem 1786. I got this from my buddy Jason Moore. He gave me this awesome mug. And look, this stuff is already starting to lather up tremendously inside here. I'm going to put a little hot water, just a few drops inside, and we'll see what we work up. Just a couple of chunks is all I had, just a couple of chunks of sample for the soap. And I don't want to have any chunks on my face. That's going to be terrible if that happens. I know it's likely, because there's probably no way that I could honestly lather up every little bitty chunk out of the soap in a small amount of time, especially. So we're just going around and around. And the good thing about this, I love this mug, is because it is actually a shave mug. Inside there are, around the outer edges of the wall, of the lining of this mug, there are actually little ridges all the way around. And that's what you hear my brush banging up against. It's those ridges inside there. This smells, it's nothing overpowering, not really strong. It's just, I guess, sort of a really clean type scent. I have on a hot water pre-shave today. No pre-shave. We're just going straight up to check this soap out and see how it does. And so far, wow, it's, I mean, latherability is there. Obviously, they know what they're doing. You know, those Italian soaps are usually awesome, especially if they are actually from Italy, you know. And obviously this one is. I love the way it lathers. I mean, it's perfect. Perfect lather. Smell is decent. It really is. It smells like, I can't distinguish anything, you know, in particular. I don't know. It's just like a really clean, a masculine clean. It's nothing feminine about it at all. I can't detect any feminine notes whatsoever. I'm going to wash the excess off my fingers and wipe a little on my beard so that I can have a little bit of control of my razor when I get to actually using it. All right, we're going to stir a little bit more, add a little bit more water and see what happens, you know. There are still some chunks in there, I'm sure. And I apologize for the razor, or rather the brush clanging as it is doing right now. I'm trying not to make a lot of noise with it, but it's sort of hard to do. All right, see what we are coming up with here. Wow, copious amounts of lather. I mean slather, not lather. This is slather, because I'm serious. It is putting out a big, a big amount of soap, and I do like that aspect. The scent, I mean, it smells like some of the other Italian soaps that I've smelled. I mean, it's nothing that I'm going to write home about, I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's been all kinds of big stirs around about this soap, you know, and it's like, I think, one of the most difficult soaps to get a hold of. I mean, obviously, you got to go to Italy to get it, you know, or go through the ties that be to get it. And I guess, you know, if you are wanting a good Italian soap, you're going to go to the extra trouble to get it. And it's probably well worth it. I mean, especially if you wanted to have this in a large tin or a container and you're going to use it on a regular basis, this soap would definitely be awesome to continually use day after day after day after day, because you're not going to have any difficulties with it lathering up. We will see how well it protects our skin in just a moment. Getting you all over me. But I used a short brush today, similar to the stubby or the chubby. And I should have used one that had a little more handle on it, because I'm having to, you know, you go like this and your fingers are definitely inside the mug for the most part. But man, look at this amount of lather out of this soap. It's just like, wow, it's there. And I just had a small chunk. It's hard to believe that just a small chunk would create so much lather. And I've got more for everybody inside that mug. So you need some soap, just borrow it from my mug here, okay? The 70th anniversary Saponificio Varesino. Pretty nice. Wow, it just glides perfectly. I'm cutting it off right here because I'm trying to fill up a portion of my beard all the way up to there. I don't want to grow any more up, but I want the line. I have to actually watch, because I don't want to cut it down too far. When you're outlining a beard, it's sort of difficult, you know. I like this razor though. Anthony MacKenzie Jr. is a good guy, friend of mine. And I got this off of his Etsy shop. He has an Etsy account. And I just went on there and just grabbed it up. It's a good soap, I'll tell you that. And you've already seen the latherability of this soap. Tremendous amount of lather. Feels nice. Smells nice. It's just nothing, you know, to write home about. I'll be honest. It's real clean, a clean type scent. But I mean, it's just definitely not overwhelming. That's the word I'm looking for, I think. Really not overwhelming at all. Not to say I wouldn't buy it, nothing like that, but if I were going to buy it, it wouldn't be for the benefit of scent. It would be because of the latherability I mentioned earlier, because it does a great job lathering. And I'm doing this shave today without a pre-shave. No pre-shave at all. And look, this is just I mean, you could shave with this right here. I could put a little water on that, and I could stir up a lather on my face. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to wet my brush. Right now I'm washing off the handle, not the tip, just the handle. Now I'm wetting the tips of my brush. If I get too much, then I'm going to destroy what I have. So we'll see. I didn't add any from the mug. I'm using what's in the brush just to make a point, and what's on my face. I told you that it would be enough, you know, to go around. In fact, I can add a little more water, I think. Wow, look at that. It's just a bunch of lather. Very, very good at lathering. So if you're looking for a good soap that has a great lather to it, this is it, baby. Wow. I'm going to use the mug and dip the tips of my bristles just to get a little more on it. I was just going on what was in the brush and on my face. I didn't get anything from the mug that time, so I didn't recoat. But I did now, so we'll see. Wow, there she is. There she blows. All the people doing pirates voices recently. I thought that was cool. I didn't participate. I was too busy, had a lot going on. Had a family event, a block party going on next door to the house. A local church having that, and all kinds of family things. So didn't have the opportunity one of those days, you know. But this is really an awesome soap. Is it worth the money? That's up to the individual, you know. It really is. It's up to each person has their own, you know, ideas. Now look, this is a piece of soap floating that I'll just show you. I just had a couple of pieces. I told you that, small pieces, and look, I still have that much left over, you know? That's pretty wild, actually, to have that much soap. I'm going to throw that in the bottom of my mug, and just wet the bristles and just see what I can get off of this, because I'm not going to get another shave out of this lather out of that amount of soap. I'm not going to mess with keeping a little bitty chunk like that. I don't have to. I've got plenty of others, so I'm just going to go ahead and stir it up and see what I get. Just putting some water on it, adding it to it, you know. Look at there. Yeah, I'd say so. And you know, that's what's funny is there probably still going to be little chunks in there. Wow. I mean, I'm getting it everywhere. Funny, huh? But I was told that this was a great soap for lathering, and it is, man. You get some lather and you get some soap, and it's everywhere. My buddy Hunter Kennedy got married this past weekend. Congratulations to Hunter. He's a new guy in our wet shaving community that I just recently got involved. And look, we still have more soap. I just recently got him to join in the wet shaving communities, and he's been wet shaving for a while, he says. So we have a new guy going up, doing the upward pass. Just being careful not to cut into the little area that I'm filling in right there. But I'll tell you one thing, I am going to have a nice close shave. Nice. And you know, that's going to be it. I've never been unhappy with these blades either. These Gillette 7 o'clocks do a great job. Perfect. And I have enough lather on my face, I could still whip up another one. Look. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Watch this. Just add a little bit of water and then keep doing it, and it will like triple. But I'm not going to fool with that. I gotta wash this stuff off. Good though. Excellent shave today. Fast, quick, to the point, you know. You ever notice I say, you know, a lot, you know? Everybody has those little catchphrases that we use. Actually, my English teacher told me years ago that those are called crutch words. When you can't think of something else to say, we tend to use crutch words. Closing up shop. Nice razor from Anthony MacKenzie Jr. AMAC on Etsy. That's nice. And he even painted the letters red for me. Another customer had bought this razor but backed out, and this the letters, or numbers rather, were blue. They were blue. He had them painted blue, and the customer backed out. So I said, well, can you paint them red? Sure, he got them red for me. Good job too. And thanks to Mike Baker for the 70th anniversary Saponificio Varesino. A little sample going there. It met its tragic end, I'm afraid, just now. I'm going to use a brand new bottle. Just got this lilac bottle. 1900s actual barbershop. And on the bottom it says MACO. If you look it up, it's on the internet. MACO glass. And inside we have some Osage rub. Man, this stuff is fantastic. It will set you on fire though. Whew, it's like almost like rubbing a can of Icy Hot on your face. You know, the Icy Hot muscle rub? Sort of, smells sort of similar to that. But, you know, it's a different kind though. It's refreshing. It's nothing bad. It really is good. It'll open up your sinuses. Well, just one more step and we will have been there and reached, you know what? How about some Vanulay aftershave balm? This is spiced mahogany. Right now, man, my face is just going, wow, this stuff. Osage rub is like probably I guarantee it is the hottest aftershave I have used. My buddy Caleb Foster recently got some of the Captain's Choice Cat of Nine Tails. That's like a extra spicy bay rum, I think. Anyway, he got some of that. He said it was really, really hot. I'm going to say, I challenge you to this stuff because, man, wow. I have never had anything as electrifying as this stuff right here. Osage rub. Wow. Talk about setting you off. It helped me to reach whole status. Yeah, baby. Whole status. Oh man, whole status, I think. I reckon I'm smelling really nice right now. You know what? If you don't have some fun in this world, then you're going to miss out. I'm being serious. People ask me all the time, you know, are you just a crazy kind of guy like that all the time? And I say, well, yeah, I guess I am, you know. And there's a reason behind it. I almost died. I'm not trying to burst a bubble or bring you down, be Debbie Downer and bring everybody down because I'm not that kind of person, but I literally did. I almost croaked, almost bit the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I almost did. And that's the living proof right there. OMG. 90% blockage in my left carotid artery. And you say, well, that doesn't mean you almost died. Nope, it doesn't. But then again, maybe it does. That was the reason that I had a clot break loose from this 90% blockage. It was headed to the brain. It was mere centimeters from the brain when it made its way up to my left retina and it dissolved behind my retina. I went blind for about 15 minutes, they said. Then again, to me, it felt like 15 hours. Blind for 15 minutes. I was at the heyday of my career, working afternoon drive times at 93.3 WKYQ, Paducah, Kentucky, and dominating the four-state area of Northwest Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Southern Illinois, and Southeast Missouri, with 100,000 watts of power. Had having fun, doing the thing, driving to work in my truck, and all of a sudden, hey, I can't see out my left eye. What is up with that? You know, and I'm doing this number here, checking out each eye. Yeah, I think it's blind. It is blind. My damn left eye is blind. Oh my goodness. And I mean, I'm freaking out. Had winter coat on. It was winter. Started taking off my shirt. Panic mode set in. I was smothering and suffocating right there in my truck. I'm not jiving either. This is true. I rolled the windows down on my truck. I was taking off coats and undershirts. I was completely stripped down. And I was still smothering to death because I was blind and I couldn't figure out why. And everything was flashing through my mind. It was like, how are you going to read the news when you go on the air? How are you going to work and do your job because you're on the air? You're a radio broadcaster and you have to read. That is part of your career. And so I called the doctor up and he says, can you drive? I said, I am driving. He said, well, get here now. I made a U-turn. I went back to the doctor's office. And when I got there, they ran me right through. And luckily, I had a cousin who is the nurse there. And the doctor's office was right across the road from the hospital. And so what happened was, she said, come with me. We're going to my husband's clinic, which is in the hospital, known as Heart Ophthalmology Group. We surpassed everything. No other patients were as important as I was. They ran me right past everyone. I went straight through to his office. Luckily, it was her husband. He got me straight in immediately, got me back and checked me out. He said, you've had a clot dissolve behind your retina. And I said, well, what do I do now? He said, I'm calling your doctor back right now. He called my doctor and he said, yes, I will. That's all he said. Yes, I will. Hung up. I said, what does yes, I will mean? He said, yes, I will put him directly into surgery. I had emergency surgery, went straight in for surgery, and then they said it was 90% blocked. They cleaned it all out. They gave me life, second chance. So baby, I'm having some damn fun, you better believe it. And if you don't like it, then F-U-G-M, baby. Fog on. I'm just having fun and I'm proud to be here. I hope you get to be a part of my life because I want to be a part of yours. You have some fun, love one another, get out there and stop some of this stupidity. Peace, everybody.